Hey everybody, it's Christine Bertram, and I'm coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. We made it to October, you guys. It's already the 2nd. Where does the days go? Where do the days go, I should say? Uh, I good guess, right? Oh, you guys, I hope you don't think I sit on the couch all day eating bonbons and chocolate, and that is why I don't respond to emails so timely all the time. Sometimes it just happens that I take a day for myself, and that happened to be yesterday, actually. We did go to a Brewers game yesterday, you guys, and it was Tyler's coworkers and then some of our friends. And I did try to stay off my phone all day. And I always have a hard time catching up. So you guys, I'm still playing catch up from the escape. And just so you know, I think I was pretty much caught up with the emails through like Thursday, because I spent one solid like night working on responding to a lot of emails. I think on maybe Wednesday or Tuesday. So I was pretty much good until Thursday. And then we kitted up, I think, translucent florals on Thursday. And then on Friday we had class and designing Merry, Bold, and Bright. and, and then Saturday we were actually going to go to Oktoberfest up in Appleton, and we never went. And I ended up working almost all night on Saturday, getting classes all slated in the books and emails created and Facebook created. And then we left Sunday. And so I know a couple of you have reached out and said, hey, have you gotten my message? And just so you know, I do see emails. They do come in, you guys. I was talking to Bonnie today, Bonnie Kemen, and I said, you know what, my goal is to get through them after class tonight and before tomorrow morning. And so I know a lot of you have reached out, especially when I do this showcase, you guys. I did the October showcase Saturday afternoon, and I always get a lot of emails of people signing up. And I'm the only one that does that administrative back-end side of the things with logging people in my purple book and keeping track of payments and responding via email. I don't have a helper, you guys. And so it all gets done, and all gets done in time. So I know that if you're waiting for a response about classes coming up or anything, probably since like last week Thursday, you guys, I have it. It's in my radar. It'll happen soon. We kitted up 2 classes today as well, you guys. We got the monthly class kitted up, and we got Let's Just Stamp kitted up. And tomorrow we're planning to kit up Fun Folds and start working on the benefit. And so I'm going to do my very best to get through all the emails before tomorrow starts, because once tomorrow starts, I know that I've got a team of people coming in over the next 3 days to help work. We have about, if I did the math correctly, we have about 6 times 5 is 364. So 364 cards we're making up for the benefit between Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then the benefits on Saturday. And then we're pulling together the raffle prizes here at the last minute. And you guys, we've got the retro swap that everything was due today for the retro swap. And so we're working on sorting all that stuff. There's a lot. The culmination of a lot of hard work is happening right now. And I am excited that going into this week, we're going to have another crazy busy week. And I'm hopeful that by next week, when the benefit and the retro swap swapping is behind us, and Fun Folds is another crazy one, you guys. If that gets behind us, that going into next week, things should settle down and I can come up for air. I hope. So people who see me here in person, they're like, wow, she was a little bit stressed out. And I am, in a good way, right? Always in a good way. So, but just so you guys know, I don't try to ignore emails. I really try to get back to people within a day. But sometimes it's hard to do that all the time. So, but just a little update. Oh, so you guys get me with my nice blue, my love shirt, you guys, from Stampin' Up. They gave me this at backstage. So I'm excited, you guys. We're going to be making the ink, paper, scissors, all about our autumn class cards today. So I will be honest with you guys. I feel like I don't generally have classes the first week of the month. Or they're not like the normal, they're not like the ink, paper, scissors is usually the last week of the month. And we rolled into the new month, and it's like Mary Carl's reached out to me yesterday while I was actually sitting waiting for the brewery game to start. You guys, we went to the brewery game. We tailgated a little bit before the game, made brats and hamburgers and all that good stuff. And then Mary Carl's texted me and said, am I missing the PDF more or less? Am I missing the PDF? I couldn't find it. And I'm like, oh no, I didn't write the PDF for ink, paper, scissors yet. And I think in my head I had more time. And then by the time we got home last night, you guys, I was tired and I just like, nope, just gonna go to bed early. And then the first thing I did this morning was write the tutorial. So, and in the interim though, like 3 of you lovely ladies reached out and said, is there a tutorial? I'm like, yes, it's coming, it's coming. And I didn't coordinate with Karen today to do the proofreading. She had stuff going on this afternoon. So you guys, the tutorial was sent out to you this afternoon around 3:30. And I think there are some mistakes. So just know that once Karen has had a chance to proofread it, we're going to email it back out to everybody by tomorrow morning is my plan. Just so you guys know that I think that Judy Sharp reached out to me and said that she saw a measurement wrong on the Fun Fold DSP. So we'll get through it tonight. But wow, talk about I think this is the latest I've ever sent a tutorial out to you guys. And I still feel like it's not normal. We're playing catch up and mindset. So, all right. Hi, Cindy Runtree. Hi, Susan Bellamy. We got Linda Hunt here. Hi, Barbara Rudolph and Donna Grushke. Donna, I did see your message about Faye, about her list of things she wants. I didn't forget. I just haven't done it yet. So it is coming. Hi, Pat Fleming. Hi, Denise Mallory. Yay. En route to Virginia, but from Florida. Yes, you are. Yay. Safe travels to you. Hi, Susan Ray Hendricks. Hi, Vicki Eakins. Hi, Sherry Martin. And there's Francis. Yay, you can finally be here with me. I love it. I love it. Hi, Sarah Mitchell. There's Debbie Gass. Hi, Ann Bellinger. First time going, unfortunately, just for business. Oh, well, hopefully you get some time to see the city for a moment. Hi, Ileana. There's Mary Jean Keepert. Hi, Mary Lemke. Yes, you guys had low 90s the past few days. Well, we had a beautiful day yesterday for the game. It was in the 80s. It peaked, I think, at 80 degrees around 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon. So we had October 1st, felt like a nice, hot July summer day. Hi, Jenna Helms. Hi, Polly Libby. Hi, Pauline Landuit. And there's Nedra. Hi, Deanne. Hi, Patty Wright. Thanks for sharing, Sherry. Hi, Sandy Wicklander. Yes, it was fun game time. It was good to be with our friends and spend some time with them. It's like a catch-22 for me though. You guys, it's hard to steal away time for a day to take time for myself and not be on my phone because I feel guilty for one thing to not be responding and replying. But then I come into a day like today, kidding up right away and not being able to still reply to emails. It makes me feel like, gosh, I shouldn't have taken the day tomorrow or yesterday. I should have spent like 2 hours working on stuff. So I gotta fix that mindset, right? Hi, Laura Sullivan. Hi, Carmen Melendez. Hi, Mary Schreiber. And there's Lynn Beasley. Oh my gosh, you guys, so many people. Hi, Julie Hillsman. There's Linda Kester. There's Deanne Dawn. There's Maria. Attention, Maria, just so you know, Leslie McMinn reached out to me and she said that the swap cards that you sent her arrived to her. So Leslie got the swap cards. Hi, Deb Norman. Your favorite color is Bermuda Bay. I love it. Hi, Tammy Steckling. Hi, Susan Rich and Kimberly Cronauer. There's Sharon Land. Wow, you guys. Hi, Melanie Foy. There's Christine Lazaridis. I love it. Okay, so you guys, we have a big class for you today. It's the All About Autumn Ink, Paper, Scissors. We did have 80 people that signed up and more or less have all the kits in the mail. And I actually have 2 people on my list already waiting for my extra 8. I'm making 8 more of this class, of which 2 are already claimed. So I have 6 left. But the deal with anybody else that signs up to get these last 6 that I have is that I don't have the ribbon, right? The ribbon went out of stock. And so I have the pieces die cut because I really did plan for 88. Hi, Julie Black. I know it's so important to take time for myself and not feel guilty about it. I get that, but I feel better when I don't have emails to get back to. That makes me feel good too. So this one I was planning 88. So we sent the die cutters the work to do. We planned for 88, but in the interim, like the ribbon went out of stock, and so we were able to accommodate for 80. So that's what we kitted up. But I have 8 more waiting in the wings, ready to go. That we could easily kit them up in about an hour, I think. So if anybody still wants to get this class, no problem. Just reach out to me. We can add you to the wait list. Hi, Emily Buska. Emily, oh, thank you. I did leave you a message today, Emily, about your retro swap payment that you sent it to me twice, once via Venmo and once with a check. And so just reply to me if it's okay to rip up the check for $8. So yeah, so we have 8 left, of which 2 are already claimed, or 8 left to kit, 2 are claimed. If anybody still wants this class, you can still reach out to me to get it. This class is $32 for porch pickup. Diane has 13 for this class tomorrow. So if anybody is local and wants to attend, we could make that work too. But like the ribbon situation is a little bit sticky with in person. And yeah, so we have 6 cards, you guys. We have a longer class tonight, you guys, just so you put it on the docket, you guys. We're gonna be making 6 cards for class tonight. And that's because when Diane and I were making these cards, we just could not stop at like the 4, right? So just so you know, and not to confuse people, we did kit up the 4 most, the 4 that had the most meat to them, and then the 2 ad hoc cards at the end. You guys, they're included in your tutorial, but you don't have the kits for them. You have the DSP, you'd have the ribbon, and you'd have the embellishment. You would just have to add a few little minor pieces of cardstock, and you would get these last couple cards. So Melanie is missing all of her stamping friends. Wow, we can change that. You're here with us tonight. Yay. All right, so you guys, I'm going to do a roll call. So I like to say this at every class, that when you guys watch me via YouTube Live, the lives are free for anybody to watch. YouTube is free. I don't charge for a class. And so if you do want a class that comes with materials and kitted up products, you can sign up for class and pay for it, and I will send it to you in the mail, or you could attend in person or do porch pickup. So when I do the YouTube lives, I like to give appreciation and shout out and love to the people that paid for this class with me, because I appreciate them. And for those that didn't, I appreciate you too, but just know that like the reason I can do this for no cost is because people take and pay for classes with me, and I so greatly appreciate that, because I love to do this. I love to share with you guys, and if I didn't have people taking my classes and I wasn't selling product, it wouldn't make sense to do something so much, right? So I do want to do a shout out to these people, do roll call for my gals taking this class online with me. We have Julie Bierschbach, Frances Rodriguez, Karen Wetstein, Jenna Helms, Donna Grushke, Angela Knutson, Karen Woods, Jeannie Parker, Shirley Malarkey, Linda Hunt. I also do this because I love for you guys to shout out that you're here. Sherry Everett, Judy Sharp, Mary Lemke, Sandy Wicklander, Nedra Dover, Susan Bellamy, Becky Gandolfo, Deanna Stell, Ruth Nicholson, Linda Scott, Latokia Trigg, Pat Settle, Mary Carls, Susan Ray Hendricks, Sherry Martin, Judy Dean, Feline Mays, Deanne Dawn, Leslie McMinn, Tammy Steckling, Gwen Petrashek, Connie Moore, Christina Bernards. I hear a squeaker. Lynn Beasley, Debbie Gast, Lori Baxter, Sheila Roberts, Ilyana Viquez, Kathy Dolly Nagari, Susan Risch, Emily Buska, Vicki Eakins, Angelique McClendon, Lynette Mooney, Pat Fleming, Randy Thompson, Carla Lake, Susan Wormley, Patty Wright, Barbara Rudolph, Christy Wiltshire, Ramona Culp, Jennifer Jones, Holly Paplow, Lisa Laframboy, Karen Stagg, Kimberly Cronauer, Vicki Rodriguez, Cheryl Thomas, Laura Sullivan, Sarah Mitchell, Carmen Melendez, Sharon Davis, Marsha Long, and then Marsha Dean, Nancy Billets, Pam Newhauser. And again, there could be up to 6 more people. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more people. That's what I have space for. So if you're watching this class and you would like to get signed up for it yet, and you're okay waiting until around the like October 25th-ish, let me know, because I can order that ribbon if it gets back in on the 23rd. I do 2-day, and then I'd have it to be able to ship around the 25th or the 26th. Still in time for you to make some awesome fall cards. And you can email me, call me, text me, Facebook message me, however you want to get a hold of me. Just let me know that you're interested. I also do want to big shout out to you guys. I have a list here. This is how I keep track of things, right? This is my list of 25 people who graciously volunteered to give up getting their ribbon in the package to allow those people that signed up later. So I ordered enough ribbon for when I ordered the ribbon, I had enough people sign up for the ribbon I ordered. And we didn't know how soon it would come back in or not. And we knew we were planning for 88 back then already. And these 25 people, you know who you are. Thank you so much. They either were able to buy the ribbon in the pre-order, or they said, I'm okay waiting and getting the kit later. Or they said, could you send me a different thing instead? And even Sheila Roberts said, you know what? You don't have to send me any ribbon. I've got it. I'm good. Like, don't worry about it. But she'll get something as a surprise. I always do stuff like that. So Deb Norman would like to be on the wait list, was supposed to email you after the escape and forgot. Awesome. You're on the wait list. All right. So you're on. I'm writing you right now. So fortunately, you guys, we had those 25 people out of 81, more or less, that said, don't send me the ribbon. And that helped you guys, all the rest of you that did get ribbon, it helped you. And I went through the list and I've reached out to those people who I knew were demonstrators that possibly ordered during the pre-order. And I also reached out to customers who I know would have a preference that they get it now or get it later. And so it was pretty amazing that we came up with 25 people. It was a little bit of work, you guys. I'll tell you, like, on top of it, like everything that, you know, I'm doing, it was like reaching out to about 25 people and asking them, and finding 25 people was amazing. So thank you again from the bottom of my heart for all of you that said, send me something else or hold off. It allowed everybody else to get that. And as the ribbon comes in and as I get your replacement stuff ordered, you guys, this is the Post-it note that I am not going to lose. I'm going to guard it with my life, because if I lost that little Post-it note, things would be bad. So, all right. The other thing too is I'm going to do this right away because Chris is going to borrow my book. Chris is here helping me, you guys. She's going to help me write up some slips tonight for classes that we got kitted up. And if I do the drawing now, instead of later, then she can keep my book and I don't have to get it back from her. So you know what we're going to do is the drawing right away. Could we get a different ribbon and get it sooner? Yes. So Deb, what that comes down to is it could be next week. I don't think I'll have the bandwidth to kit up those 8 extra cards, like the kits this week, but I can put it on my radar for next week. So probably next week. And if you let me know which other ribbon you would like, then yes, I could make that happen for next week. I just know that this week is going to be a little bit crazy, good, busy, out of control. So hi, Becky. All right. So I'm going to flip the camera down, and Holly got her package today. Yay. I would love to pick up with those, and you have the ribbon. Okay, Nicole, I wondered about you, Nicole, because you normally sign up for ink, paper, scissors. So I added you, and then, so I'm going to add both you girls to my list of getting something else. And then we're going to do the drawing here, you guys. Here, I got Deb and Nicole written down. So you guys, I have now here 83 people. If my name is in here, so if I win the door prize, I'm just a lucky duck like you, but I'll pick somebody else. So we're going to go back here to do random number generator. Perfect. Sounds good. Thanks for emailing me later. All right. So we're going to pick 83 here for our door prize. So you guys, I usually do this at the end of the night, but we're going to do it right now so that I'm done with the book for the moment. And we're going to hit generate. And when I hit generate, we'll come up with a number. And also I do this for my online people only. So if I happen to pick somebody who is an in-person person, we're going to pick somebody else as well, because Diane does the in-person class. Okay. I'm going to hit generate. 68. 68 is Cheryl Thomas. So yay to Cheryl Thomas. And because we have such a big class, you guys, I'm going to do a second one. Hi, Sue Beasley from Australia. Oh, Kimberly got hers today too. I love it. All right. Number 16 is Mary Lemke. Yay, Mary. Perfect. So I've got Mary and I have Cheryl Thomas for my winners for prizes tonight. And we're going to flip this over here so that it's ready for Chris. All right. That's there for you, Chris.
Okay.
Cool. So you guys, what we're using tonight, oh, I have Happy Mail. I have just a few Happy Mails, you guys. I want to share with you what we've got going on here. So let's put this back up so that it's nice and I can see it. All right, so we've got some happy mail. This came to me from Jenny Knutson. She did the retro swap with me, and she did a black and white monochromatic card, you guys, and then just pops of red in here. That twine is actually from that pet set that was from a couple years ago. And natural print dies is what she used here for the label, and the fern embossing folder back here. Yay, congrats to Cheryl and Mary. Yay, exactly. All right, this one comes to us from Miss Michelle Cinto. Michelle also participated in the retro swap and sent me some money for the postage with her cards. And so this is the Stitch So Sweetly dies, I believe, here. I can't remember that DSP. It was a pretty florally one. This one, you guys, comes to us from, I love the outside here, it's purple. It's Sherry Pyre. So you guys, Purplelicious, using the deckled rectangles, the exposed brick embossing folder, and then those oval punches, the glossy dots, and artistically inked. And she said, thank you to you and all of the helper bees. It was wonderful to have the help of others to execute a great escape. So yes, and then she put a little strip of designer paper on the bottom here that also has like a deckled edge to it. And very pretty. I love it, Sherry. My purple fan here. And then this one comes to us from Linda Kester. She used the Natural Prints dies and Nature's Print Designer Series paper. A heartfelt thank you, you guys. She sent me a little thank you card for the wonderful escape. So much inspiration. Yay. So you guys, we did officially the last escape box. It's still here because I'm waiting to get some Be Creative caddies to add to it, but all the escape boxes are gone, which is awesome. This is from Jean Terwilliger, and she has the little banners here flying from the sky here, and then thanks a bunch with some grapes. And she embossed, you guys, that's 2 cards. That's 2 cards that had the embossing on the front panel of the card base. Thank you for all your work on the escape and the fellow bees. She's already looking forward to next year. So yay, we've got Jean switched to being, she did in person this last time, but she's from Pennsylvania, so she's gonna do the online version next. This one is from Pat Fleming. Just a short note to thank you for all your help. You have inspired me in my card making. I love it. So that is from Patty. And then there's a little bookmark here, or from Pat Fleming, that says thanks so much, and she put a little navy bow. So Pat, this is awesome. She used the Countryside Blossoms DSP, and then that oval punch. You guys, we saw that other card right here use the oval punch like that. So that's what I wanted. Yeah, you didn't miss too much, Connie. We're just getting started. So that's the happy mail I wanted to share with you guys. My mom also has been getting some happy mail. You guys, I don't know if I tricked, but I surprised my helpers. We had about a dozen helpers that put a lot of time and energy into making the escape happen. And so I sent an envelope that my attendees could use any card that they wanted. I also threw a thank you card in their box, but they didn't have to use that thank you card. That was a thank you card from me to them for taking the escape. But I threw an empty envelope with my helpers' addresses. And so my helpers have been starting to get these surprise thank you cards in the mail. And so they were generally from the attendees, and they could use any card that they wanted. And some of them did end up using the thank you card that I sent to the attendees. And this is actually Karen Wetstein made all of these, you guys. She made 120 of them. And so this one is from Stacy Burns. And so that was what one of the attendee thank you cards looked like. And then Stacy went ahead and used it to send to my mom. And then this one is one from Susan Bellamy. So Susan, you sent this to my mom, so she got it. So very much, she loves it. So that was really pretty. And then this one is from Cheryl Taylor. Yep, Cheryl sent one. So my mom and dad put a lot of time and energy into making sure all the food was good. And so my mom, so Cheryl, I don't know if you're watching, my mom and my dad, when they open up the card, they accidentally, we can tape this back together, but they caught the card with their letter opener. And so that's how that got, I can see exactly what happened there. And then my dad got crazy with the letter opener. So that one's from Cheryl Taylor. And then this one's from Jean Terwilliger. And so the twisted paper technique here. And So yay, so that one is from Jean Terwilliger. So my mom brought these with her today so that I could share them with you guys. Okay, so that was the happy mail I have. Love the idea of the surprise. Yeah, you know, you guys, I couldn't do the events like this or even the classes I do if I didn't have my helpers. And so we had 120 cards that got divided pretty much between 12 helpers. And so they got all a bunch of cards. And all of a sudden their mailboxes started appearing with envelopes. And Chris got some. How many have you gotten now, Chris? Like five. Chris has gotten about 5 of them too. So it was a little bit of a surprise. Here's some happy mail for you guys. It did make you feel
Very
loved.
nice.
Yeah, she said very nice. So you guys, thanks for sending those cards off to my helpers. I appreciate it. All right, so you guys, all about autumn. Deanne said my retro card swap were put in the mail this morning, sent it 2-day priority. Okay, Deanne, I will be watching for them. Perfect. Okay, so you guys, we go here, all about autumn is on pages 42 through 44. And so this is what the spread looks like. They've got samples over here. The whole suite consists of a bundle, which looks like this. So that's the bundle. Perfect. The dies have definitely gotten a workout. The speckled dots, you guys, are no longer in stock. They, I think they have a date of later in October or early November. Sad face. This one right here is that copper ribbon and the natural ribbon that went out the first day that the catalog went live. And that is slated to be back in around October 23rd. So we're counting down the days, like 21 days now. Excuse me, the distressed tile folder, which got used on one of the cards. But we've been using that one a lot more on the monthly. I used that on the monthly cards. Let me just show it to you. It's a pretty cool folder. I have to say it's between this and Exposed Brick are my top 2 favorite folders for current time. But it adds just this really elegant like background to it, and we used it on this one as well. So so these are 2 of the October monthly cards. The other one is the chicken card, you guys. So just so you know, that's what we kitted up today. The oxidized paper. I'm pretty sure that did get used on maybe not. Oh, I don't even know. We didn't even use it. We didn't even use it on these cards. I think it went out of stock too, and I don't know if I had enough for kitting up like and doing die cutting. So it's pretty cool. It's got like a bluish look to it, like pretty peacock, and then there's a copper one. So it adds like a really earthy look to it. We did use it. You know where we did use it? Hang on, I know where we have it. When Chris made all of the attendance tags here, she used it on these leaves here. And so we die cut some of the leaves out of the oxidized paper. Nicole Herrick, your retro cards are coming north with you this week. Nicole, talk to me. I need to talk to you about those retro swaps. We had somebody that couldn't, Tina Haynes was not able to do her swap cards. And so we have a couple groups to fill. And I didn't have you on the list, but we would be looking for somebody to help fill some open spots. And so we need to make sure I need them this week, and we need 24 of each one. So we need to talk, girl, because you could help us fill some gaps. That might be awesome. So, so that's where the oxidized paper got used. But then we have the DSP, you guys. And the DSP is what everybody fell in love with, I think. So pretty. These sheets right here. I don't even know what that is. Hang on. It's like a bug. No, I don't know. But there's that. Like that one, I'll be honest with you. The books don't do any, I don't know what to do with that. So we definitely used the other side. That one was so pretty. We used that. The sofa cushion, I don't know. That didn't do much for me, but we used the other side. The books again, and then the back is the copper. The leaves, and then mossy. That one is super cool with the copper. The black with that. Pumpkins. Some leaves. I don't know about the blanket here, but I love this one right here. So how we look at this is there was like 2 pink patterns with two pink colors with different patterns. We have peacock, and then these 2 kind of went together. These brownish ones went together, and then there were 2 green ones, and then 2 vanillas. So these worked out great if you were making swap cards. Like these two patterns are interchangeable. These were interchangeable. Like they're interchangeable when they are almost the same, but just have slightly different variation of patterns. So that's the paper. Super, super cool. The paper I think is slated to be back in October 9th, you guys. So that is next week. So that's super cool. Stay tuned for that. And then here's a close-up of the different stamps and die cuts. And so that's where you guys can find what we're talking about for class tonight. And the only other thing I really pulled in for these cards, I should say Diane and I pulled in, we pulled in some luster paper from the annual catalog, the in color luster paper. We pulled in distress gold. So this leaf, that leaf, and that leaf all use distress gold. And then on one card that is the excuse me, these are the two ad hoc cards where you guys don't have kits for them. But I pulled in, there's a label here, and that is actually from the Countryside Blossoms dies, Countryside Corners dies. And so we pulled in a little label there. And we'll be making these two cards last. Just to, oh, I die cut the wrong label. Oh, we're going to go with it. Oh, no, we can't. Because it says you're the pick of the patch, and that's what this is. Okay. We'll work on it last. So we'll get there. What we're going to do first, though, you guys, is we're going to go through and figure out the designer series paper. So to make sure we don't mess anything up with our patterns, we're going to lay these out so that we don't accidentally miss anything. So this leaf one goes with the Moody Mauve. And then there's another pink one. Let's see here. Not that. Hang on. This leaf, this green one goes over here with this one. Okay, so the back is that leaf one with that. So that goes for that card. This is for your bonus card. So you guys set that off to the side. We'll cut that soon. This goes for here. So the back of that is that weird book one, the bookshelf. The black is for your bonus card. This bonus card right here. And that goes with this pumpkin one. That's over there. This is that one. This is this one. Okay, we'll go through these in a second, but this is the pumpkin, and that left this one, I think. So let's just recap. The pumpkin, this black edging over here, is the designer paper. So these two pieces are for one of your bonus tutorial cards, right? Those two. All right. Then your other bonus tutorial card is this one, and it uses these two pieces here. And that's what the back looks like, the books and then the copper. So that's a bonus tutorial card. This one right here uses, well, this one we've got. This is definitely this one, the green pattern like that with the tops of the trees. That's this one. These are this one. And these two go for this one. So the backs of that are the couch and the blanket. And then that leaves this one to go with this one. Now, my sample shows the other one, but this is the one you're going to need to use because, oh, yeah. Well, here's the deal. It's ultimately this side and this one, but this is a 3-inch piece here. And so what we really want to do is we want to use this pattern right here. I think when I made up my sample, we were out of the strip. So you're going to definitely want these two pieces here for this last card. All right, so we should have all these married up. Sue Spigner, perfect. Yes, Sue, I will add you right now. I just added you, Sue, and then all you have to do, follow up with me via email. Just let me know in the email, do you want me to wait till the ribbon comes in, or would you like to pick a different ribbon for the class? All right, so you guys, we're going to start with doing our cutting. We're going to get all the paper, the DSP cut, and we're going to marry that back up with our envelopes. So we have here actually 3 pieces of DSP that got used on this one. There's a strip here, there's a section here, and there's a section there. And this is where you guys, in the tutorial, we haven't proofread it yet. So just so you know, don't cut off of the PDF tutorial at this moment. So we have here a 5 1/4 by 1 1/2. This strip right here of this is 5 1/4 by 1 1/2. And I'm going to look at the back side too, because I was like, well, how do you think I'm going to use this in the future? I guess I really don't know. So I think what I'm going to do, because this side to me, there's no pattern to this. It could go this way. It really could go this way. We're only going to be cutting out a 1 1/2 inch section off of here. So either we're going to cut it this way or we're going to cut it this way. I think we're going to do 1 1/4 this way, or I'm sorry, 1 1/2 this way, which left me with stripes going this way. Okay, so this is extra. And then this needs to be at 5 1/4, okay? So this is a scrap, you guys. All right, so that's the piece that's gonna go right here. Perfect. And then this one, you guys have options. I know not everybody likes to work in 1/16 of an inch. I get it, it's harder. So you could, it just depends how much border you wanna see here of the copper clay. It's by 2 1/2, so it's 2 1/2 this way. And you could either do 5 1/16 tall, or you could do 5 1/8 tall, or you could do 5 tall, 5 inches or so. I like to do 16ths. So I'm actually gonna do, so we want it to be 2 1/2. So all these leaves look pretty interchangeable to me. So we're gonna do 2 1/2 this way, extra. And then I personally am gonna do 5 1/16. If you wanna do 5 1/8, you can. If you wanna do 5, you can do that. But I like the 16ths. So we did here 5 1/16. This is extra at the moment. And that's the piece that goes right here. All right, now our inside also has a little side strip here. So I'm gonna do that at 1/2 inch. So we're gonna do 1/2 inch right there. Because that still leaves me with 3 inches wide to make one more card if you want with that piece. And then this, I'm gonna do this one at 5 1/4. And honestly, like, I won't even cut it at this point. I'll just glue it to my inside and then we'll go from there. So that's that one. Perfect. Then this guy. So we have 2 here and then an inside piece. So we'll start with the peacock. Like we did the and or thing again here. So the back peacock is 4 inches by 2 3/4. And because I like to work on 16ths, I will probably do 3 13/16 wide by 2 9/16 tall. So I think I'm gonna do the 2 9/16 tall first. All right, so this is extra. You could use this for your envelope flap or another card, but this is right here, okay? 2 9/16. So if you didn't want to do that, you could do 2 5/8, or you could do 2 1/2, whatever you want, right? This one I'm gonna do 3 13/16. So 3 13/16. And that is gonna go here. Now, you could have done 3 3/4, or you could have done 3 7/8. I like that middle ground, okay? Now this mat back here is going to be 5 1/16. And again, you could do 5 1/8 or 5, whatever you want. I like the 16th, so I'm gonna do 5 1/16. And then it's by 3 13/16. And again, you could have done 3 7/8, or you could have done 3 3/4. But ultimately, this is the mat that goes right here. Then this will go over it. Now, I will let you in on a little secret. If I were you or Mary Lemke, you could take and die cut something out of the middle of this mat, because this is a lot to cover up that section. Take one of your countryside in dies and pull out a middle piece if you want to. I guess for tonight, I'm not going to worry about it because we're in a class and I don't want to take the time to go die cut it out. But I wanted to show you that for this specific card, we did die cut out the middle so that you could know that you should do that to save some paper. All right, so that's that one. And then there's a little strip left here, you guys, that can go on the middle here. And I think that is, for me, I did 5 1/16, so we could just do that. So that's ready to go. All right, so that's the three, those are the 3 pieces. This seems like a little bit high right here. It does seem a little high. If you wanted, this is not quite an inch. Oh yeah, it's like just a hair under an inch. You could make it be 3/4 of an inch. You could make it be a 1/2 of an inch and do a little bit less. Cut that in half, then you have a strip. If you make another card, you would have another strip to put on the inside. So that's what we're gonna do there. I made it. Hi, Vicki. Did I miss it all? No, you didn't miss it all. We are just getting started. We're just cutting paper at the moment. All right, you guys, this one's easy. This is a 2x4. All right, so I think what I'll do is I want mine to go like this. There really isn't much direction to it, but I'm gonna do 2 inches here. Guys, this is for your envelope or another card, and then 4 inches. Extra, and then that's for this piece right here, okay? Then this guy's left. That is 3 inches wide, so we're gonna do 3 inches wide. So let's do that. You guys, there's real no pattern to this, I guess. To me, it looks like it all goes in a circular. So we're gonna do 3 inches, because then you have another 3 inches if you want for another card. And then this is by 3 13/16, or you could do 3 3/4, or 3 7/8. Hi, Judy Dempton. You made it live. I love it that you made it here. So you guys, that I did 3 13/16, but if you want it to be 3 3/4, you'd see a little more Cajun, and if you want 3 7/8, you'd have a little less Cajun. I like the 16ths, and I'm gonna keep saying that because I do like the 16ths. All right, then the last card here for what you guys are gonna be kitting up. This is the one where I think I have the measurement wrong on your PDF, because I didn't proofread it so closely. This DSP is, I'm looking here, which one is it? It's 3 13/16. So this one is 3, I'm gonna just double check. Yep, 3 13/16 by 2 7/16. Is that right? 2. One moment, you guys. I want to make sure I tell you the right thing. It's this guy. Yep, 2 7/16. That's right. So it's gonna be 3 13/16 wide. So let's. And then 2 7/16. So I'm going to do 2 7/16. So that's extra by 3 13/16. So what we're doing, you guys, hi Karen Wetstein, is we're just cutting this mat here. And I just to let you guys know, I did 3 13/16 wide by 2 7/16 tall. Okay, that's what I did for that. And now this one's going to be a little bit tricky. Hi, Catherine Healy. It's like, where do you cut this? So we cut a little bit off here, and we cut a little bit off here. And ultimately, the top doesn't get cut. And so how this works, you guys, this card right here, that kind of lines up right like that. So we did cut off a hair. I think it's probably only like 1/4 of an inch. Yeah, it was 1/4 of an inch we cut off on that side. All right, so let's do that first. So we're gonna cut off 1/4 of an inch here. So it's 1/4 of an inch off that right side. I gotta find my quarter, there it is. Right there. So we're cutting this off, this little bit. It's like about 1/4 of an inch off the right side. Then we're gonna flip it around and we're gonna do 3 13/16. Okay, this is extra. Now this is what's gonna fit right in here, right? And then we need this to be at 5 1/16. So you guys, when you do the matting, so 5 1/16. So if you have a 5 1/4 by 4, all I do is take off 3/16. So that's extra, and now that is our middle piece that goes back here. Okay. If you don't like the 16ths, you'd go either up to the, 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, or you could go down to 3 3/4 by 5. You can go either one way or the other. And so there's, well, that's this one. Okay. Now, as long as we're cutting paper, we're going to cut these. Now, you guys are going to like these a lot. These extra bonus cards are super easy. This mat right here, the bottom vanilla mat, is 5 1/4 by 4. So we're just going to cut this. I'm going to go this way at 4. Save that for your envelope if you want. And then by 5 1/4. So that's your background mat. Now, another one where if you want to take your countryside in dies and pull out the middle here so that you don't waste all this background, do it. Cut it out. Use it. Absolutely. Then on this one, what's the back of this? That's that. Then this one, there's a trick to this, you guys. This DSP is so pretty. I definitely agree, Melody. This one, you guys. We had a little note, and this is in the tutorial. So cut a 1 1/4 inch off of off the bottom. All right, so we cut 1 1/4 off the bottom. Let's do that. So we're going to cut 1 1/4 off the bottom. Right here is 1 1/4. So this is the bottom, you guys. And we're cutting 1 1/4 off. All right, so then we're going to save that. So now we've got this as our bottom. You can see that kind of pretty much lines up. And then it says, then flip over and cut it at 3 13/16. So we're going to flip it over and cut it at 3 13/16. All right, so there, that's the right height for this. And again, that just is the mat for this. Now, what we have on here next is cut a 1/2 inch off the right, then flip. And what happened though is this path ended up right in the middle. And I think when I remember designing this with Diane, I think we wished we would have put the path a hair to the left more so that it wasn't covered up by the label. And so I'd really like for my path to be like right here. That moved it over just a hair. So I think in all honesty, what I'm going to do is just cut this right here. I'm going to flip it this way. I'm going to cut it at 5 1/16 because that's how wide it needs to be. This is extra. And so now by doing that, it actually moved the path over, and now the label will go right there and it won't cover up the path right there. To me, it looks like the path looks squishy. All right. So there, that's what we've got here. So I got to make sure, Karen, I don't know if you're watching. I think what we need to do for that instruction is not to cut off a 1/2 inch off the right. I think we just should say, cut it at 5 1/16 from this. We gotta change that in description, I think. All right. So then we have here the last one that we're going to cut for. And this, all you guys, for this card right here, in case you want to make this card and use up your DSP, you need an espresso card base, a Cajun mat, a vanilla mat, and then a label. That's what was all that was added. All right, then for this one, the pick of the patch. Oh, I forgot. We did use an inside piece here on that one last card. So let's just cut this real quick. I think we're going to do it right there. This is just the inside strip so that we don't have to stamp a decoration. We can use this instead. All right, so now our pumpkin. Here's that. Our DSP is a 5 1/4 by 3, I believe. Yep, 5 1/4 by 3. And I have it so this pumpkin got cut down the middle. So it got cut like this. If you cut it like this, this guy takes up almost the whole thing. So I definitely wanted to cut it at 3, and then it's by 5 1/4. So I'm going to cut it at 3 here, right down the middle. You could use this for another card if you wanted. And then by 5 1/4. And I think what I did before I cut that, I cut a little bit off the top and I cut a little bit off the bottom. So the bottom, I'm gonna do like 1/4 of an inch, something like that. And then we're gonna flip it around and do 5 1/4. So I did a little bit off the top and a little bit off the bottom to make it look like that. All right, so that is what we have for the top here. And now we just have 3/4 inch strips here, here, and here. And so what we're gonna do, 3/4 and 3/4 is 1 1/2, plus 3/4 is 2 1/4. So I'm gonna cut this at 2 1/4. Now this is extra. I hope I did my math right. Then we're gonna flip this over and do 5 1/4. And then we're gonna flip it back this way and do 3/4. And then 3/4 of an inch. And now you end up with 3 strips here. 2 are for the sides on the front, okay? And then I have 1 that goes on the back. And then the other thing, I have a label, which I'll have to cut a different label. And then an embossed Cajun craze, vanilla and a Cajun craze, and then a black mat. So if you wanna make your extra bonus card, you would just need these 4 pieces of cardstock and a label. And it doesn't even have to be these labels. All right, so we're gonna make the 2 easy peasy cards at the end, and we're gonna start rocking through these other 4 cards. But hopefully, you guys, I don't wanna lose people with the 1/16 of an inch because I kind of feel like that could happen. So stick with it, and just know that if you're off a hair, like you can always cut one mat a little bit smaller if you need to help compensate for it. So what you're left with, you guys, are these little pieces of paper, which in a nutshell, I think you could pretty much make more cards. Like you wouldn't be able to make another one of those unless you got some more of that DSP. But otherwise, a lot of these you could make a second card because we tried to design them in a way that it didn't use a full mat. That's the only one that we did a full mat with. But this is extra for you. And then what you guys got in your kit here, you've got your 4 card kits, right, for the first 4 that we cut. And then you'll have a pack of the speckled dots. You'll have your ribbon, and I have one of my ribbons that started, and then a little copper ribbon. So that's what most of you, like 60 of you, got in your card kits, is these things to go with it. All right, so let's put this stuff over here, and we're gonna do this one last, I think, that one last, and I think we'll do this one first, and then trying to remember what order I did them in the tutorial, but I can't honestly remember. So we're gonna do that one first. And so you've got your 3 pieces of paper, and we're gonna need to open up this because I know that I don't have an open one somewhere. I'm happy I saved this for myself to make the cards for you guys with this. All right, and then this one is the white one. So there's 1 white envelope, you guys, and that, nope, it's vanilla, hang on. So it's not that one. It must be that one. So look for the envelope. When you open it up, it has a thick vanilla base. And then generally there's nothing, should be nothing in the envelope. And in your kit, you guys, just be careful. There's lots of little leaf pieces. Hi, Sherry, Everett. We just got our paper cut. So what you could do first is test this out. Make sure that you see enough peacock border. If you want to see more peacock border, just trim hairs off of the designer paper. And then in here, you'll have a wild wheat leaf. You'll have a little label, your distressed gold. Thanks to Anna, cut all of your distressed gold here, you guys. And Tammy and her mom, Sandy, they cut all of these leaves for you already. So that's in your kit. Then you'll have a peacock mat for this. So again, if you don't like the way you cut your DSP, like hold this up to it. And if you want to see more peacock, then trim off a little more DSP. And if you see too much peacock, then trim a little peacock off. And then we've got your inside. It's double matted, you guys. So you'll have a vanilla and a peacock. And then this little strip will go on the bottom here. And then that gets glued in the inside here. So what does the card look like? Here's the card. And what we're gonna need to do, we've got a bunch of copper ribbon that we're gonna use. So you actually, and to be frugal, you guys, what we could do, I don't know if we did it, I think we did, but to be frugal, we're gonna use that much actually, which is actually probably only 4 inches versus using, you guys, because you only get 5 yards of this ribbon. Oh, it's actually only using about 3 inches. So we're going to cut here, and then we're going to cut here. And then all we need to do for that top part is make a little baby overhand knot and knot it. So all you're really having to do is cut off a little bit here. And so you really hardly wasted any ribbon. So it looks like you could have used 12 whole inches here plus 3 here. I think that's probably what I wrote in the tutorial, but you don't need that much ribbon. And so we want here, autumn teaches us that change can be beautiful. So we did use that quite a bit for these cards. It was a very nice, versatile saying. It could be for a birthday card. It could be for a thinking of you card. It could be for a I don't know if I said Thanksgiving, thank you, thinking of you. It could even be for a birthday card. I have a hair on there, I think. All right, so grab that little label and let's get this stamped. So we got pretty peacock ink. But yeah, you guys, this sweet too, I agree with you, Patty. This by far is my favorite sweet in the catalog. And lo and behold, like that's why most of this stuff kind of sold out really quick and then they had to get more inventory. Yes, big thanks to all the bees, the busy bee helpers. Yuppers. So there's that. And again, you guys, I'm going to leave mine blank on the inside so that like whoever wins this card can use it for whatever they want. And we're done with the peacock ink. So these cards were definitely designed with not knowing if you guys, so we definitely do heavy on the die cutting. So, and you guys, I'm not going to go cut out something out of the middle of this. I'm just going to get glue happy and glue these 2 pieces down. So a little bit of liquid glue on the backs of these, and then this one as well. So let's just get all this glued. I like to use liquid glue if you guys want tape runner or tear and tape or glue dots. It's really whatever you want to use for your adhesive. And then this one goes right on here. And then this little guy goes right along the bottom edge here. Just like that. So you have that little extra piece yet. You could always decorate your envelope. I'm down to 1 scissors over here, so we're just using this for all of them. All right, now we need a little tear and tape. And because we were frugal with our ribbon, we do have to use a little bit extra tear and tape for this. We're going to need 4 extra pieces because we're going to put tape on the front side here. And a good way to test it is put this down here. So you need to come in about that far on that side, and I would say this far on that side. And then you will need to, I'm going to cut mine in half one more time. So those in half and that in half. And we're going to do one side at a time. And I'm looking to see where the middle is. Like I'm guessing about like right here. Something like that. And then this other guy will get lined up. Oh, it moved. Hang on. Something like, if you need to get the ruler out and measure it, you can do that too. So like while you're doing this, if you think, oh man, what is it? So it's 1 3/4. 1 3/4. So that's pretty good to me. And then what you're gonna do is just flip both those tails over. And then, going okay, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah, all of a sudden it got really quiet. I didn't hear the clicking.
I'm done.
Oh, wow. I love it. Good job. You were probably like, I got them all done.
Except for there's a little goofy we have to fix. But we're good.
Okay. So what you guys can do now is grab this ruler. Yep, grab that. And then you could put the, oh, sorry, that's okay. Just leave that sit there. It was all the stuff in the back. So we can set this ruler here and help us as a guide, right, to make sure that we keep these straight. There. And then this will go over the top. And then I have them not over the top of each other. They're like just butted up next to each other. And then there. So that's how our ribbon is going to go, you guys, to be very frugal with our ribbon. And before you glue it down, if you need to make any adjustments or minor adjustments, you can do that. And this needs to go up like there. I'm just eyeballing it just to see if I like where it is. If I think, oh man, I should have gone down a little bit, I can always pull it off at this point, but I think I'm okay with that. All right, so then what we can do is pick this off, pick that off. So this one didn't have any of the tan ribbon on it, you guys. I don't know if you noticed that. Most of the cards we did double ribbon. So that goes right top here. I did notice, I don't think that I burnished this yet. So give that a good burnishing. Like that. And then this will get glued, and then this will get glued. So might as well do both glues for this. And we'll put this one in first. I think I had I lined them up. I think they matched okay. So that goes there and that. So adding that little bit of peacock border just kind of makes that pop. And again, this is another one where you could die cut out of there if you wanted to, so that you don't cover all that up. Now this is just going to get some dimensionals. Ooh, look at that. Can use up a sheet here tonight. Okay, so there's what we've got there. And then we're also going to pop this one up. Ooh, there it is, guys. We can throw that sheet away. Yay. Okay, so we'll get this one on. All right, so that will go kind of centered left to right, top to bottom. Is it killing you, Mary Lemke, that I didn't die cut out the center from there? Oh, I bet it is. All right, so there's that. Now, for this label, my trick is to not take off the dimensional back here. I'm gonna leave it on, right? So it's sticky here, here, and here, but not on this one. And I'm gonna kind of prep that and put that down where I think it needs to go, which I'm gonna guess right here, right? Then what we can do is grab our Stella and Stella up our leaves a little bit. And this one leaf is Mossy Meadow. The one I'm Stellaing now is Copper Clay. And then this one is called Wild Wheat. So we had to pull out Wild Wheat, you guys. We've been talking about using Wild Wheat now. So we needed to start using it for our fall leaves. So we're gonna grab this and we're just gonna prep the backs of these with that, with some dimensionals. We're gonna put this one right here. And I think put one little guy right there. I think we'll call it good with that. Now this guy, this would be perfect, you guys, if you had the sticker sheets. You're Mary Lumpke's cringing. I knew you were. I thought you were like, Christine, make sure you cut the middle out. I can hear you saying it. All right. So you guys, I'm doing just a little bit of liquid glue on here. Rose Coleman did teach me something via Emily Buska. Just let this sit for a second. And that gets tacky and then it doesn't smear all over the place. So we'll just pick these off while we wait for that. I should have done that first because that's what she taught me to do. And go like this. So we gave that just a second. Next time I'm going to be a little bit faster about it. But we're going to just set this on here. Just add that distress gold is so pretty. I'm not going to worry about cutting this little tail off. And because we didn't put that dimensional on there, or the back off, we can kind of lift this up.
Is Christine here?
I'm here, yep. What's up?
Yeah. Oh, I just wanted to know what my order was.
Who is that?
Stacy.
It's on the counter.
I can't find it.
It's Marge's and Sandy's cards, and then your patchwork pieces, die cuts are right underneath it. It's on the counter in the middle, I think. So this guy is going to go here. And then this guy goes over here. And then we'll stick this one right on the side here. And, oh, they found it. And we'll go like that. Something like that. Now, if you want to see a little bit more, yeah, let's not cover up that gold because that gold is pretty. She found it, right?
Yep.
Good. Remove that up a hair. And There. Oop, it stuck to my finger. Something like that. And then all we'll use is a little glue dot. Hi, Annette Rollin. A little glue dot right here. We're going to stick our little overhand knot right in there. And trim off our edges of our bow like this. Just like so. There we go. All right. So, you guys, I would normally add speckled dots, but I think I'm going to salvage this because these are out of inventory at the moment. And I'm going to see if I can find my opened up pack so I don't have to open this one. But I'm not going to put any speckled dots on tonight, but I will show it to you so you guys can see what we did. I used a couple green ones up here, a brown one up here, and a brown one and a tan one here. I did use 5 of them on this card, so you could definitely go ahead and add your speckled dots to this. It is. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate that. So pretty. Just so when you have 2 very complementary DSPs to use, this is a great layout for it, you guys. You could use one DSP here and one there, and then on your inside, very regal looking. So, and that thick vanilla cardstock gives it, and like this inside, it just gives it a nice sturdiness. All right, so that's what we're gonna do for this one. Again, saving my speckled dots in case I need these for something else in life in the near future before they come back in stock. All right, so then we're gonna work on this card next. So pretty. Another one where you have 2 complementary DSPs next to each other. And then this one is the one with the, I'm gonna guess this one. Yep, the Mossy Meadow base. And you can pull everything, thanks Linda Hunt. Pull everything out of there. Don't lose your leaves, you guys. There's a lot of little leaves here. All right, so burnish that. And then you have 2 Cajun mats. One's for the outside, one's for the inside. So this is for the inside. I'll set that there. We cut our DSP. So we're gonna make sure that that fits nice. Now if you need to trim anything, now's your time. But that looks good. And don't worry about that gap in the middle. Your ribbon is actually going to cover that up. So what you can do is just cut. I'm gonna grab that ribbon scissors, you know what? We opened this up the other day because I couldn't find my ribbon scissors. So we're gonna use that nice brand new scissors I hid it in the drawer so nobody else would take it to use it for anything. All right, and then we need a little bit of copper. Copper. Perfect, so that's what we need for ribbon. It's about 5 inches, you guys. And then you should have a Mossy Meadow leaf like this. An accidental, I think almost everybody got this one. It's except for one person. This was die cut in the wrong color. And instead of me keeping all of these in copper clay, we put them in the kits, except for one. We couldn't find one. So, but generally you just need this one. And then you have a crushed curry and you have a Cajun craze. And then you'll have the sentiment square here. And then this is the distressed tile that you guys have. And then that fits right onto that Mossy Meadow mat. So what we could do is get a little bit glue happy. Let's flip these over and that over. Yes, they are, Vicki. I agree. Such rich colors. So pretty. All right, so that's getting glue, and then this one is getting glue. All right, so then this. Oh, I got glue. Hang on. So I'm going to let that be. So we're going to drop this right on here. Just like that. I'm going to let that glue dry on that paper. We're going to put this one over. So this ends up meeting the edges here. It should. So top here, side here, any part that's hanging over, just grab your scissors. And I know it's such a small little area, but that little guy got some glue. I know I have glue right there. I gotta clean that real quick. And then this will go right onto here. Okay. So let's grab this and get that cleaned up. There we go. All right. Then this is going to get dimensionals, but there's ribbon that is going through the middle. So I'm going to put dimensionals like right there and not the middle. We can take these off, have that ready to go. Grab the tear-in tape And we are going to need a bunch here. Thanks, Judy. So we have 2 long ones. And then we need 2 more long ones. And then we need 2 long ones. So 6 total for this. And the reason we do is because first we need to get down the, thanks Deanna, we need to get this natural ribbon down first. So let's get that first, like that. And then you're going to use one of these and one of these. And now that we have that done, we need to get the copper ribbon down. So now this will go right through the middle of it, like that, and like that. Now this one wouldn't have needed to be that long, but I already cut it or ripped it, so we're just gonna put it down. So there, that's why we needed 6 of them. All right, so then this will get a little bit of liquid glue, like that. And that just gets put down onto our card base, like that. Now, this is dry over here. There's this teeny tiny bit from where I dropped my paper. I have an adhesive eraser, and I can just get that off really easily, so it's not so sticky right there. All right, then we had this ready over here, and I just centered this top to bottom, left to right, with my copper ribbon. So like that. Okay. Now, if you have your Stella, you could Stella these. I don't know, if you want to use this little leaf, you could. You might look okay down there, but I didn't want it, actually. So you guys make it, oh, you could actually glue that on the inside if you really wanted to. It's just an actual little leaf for you guys to use or not to use. That is the question. So we're just going to do a little bit of Stella on that leaf and this leaf. And we need to get our sentiment stamped, and that uses Mossy Meadow. So we are going to clean this up from our peacock and use Mossy Meadow. So let's grab our mat back and then ink this up. Thank you, Susan. I'm glad you think it's pretty too. Yay! All right, so this guy goes here. All right, I definitely think that my ink pad could definitely get a good re-inking. You can see the difference here. I mean, you can't, it's not that you can't read that, but it definitely is not as dark. So I gotta make a note to get that guy re-inked. The inside, we stamped that guy. All right, so let's do that so you guys can see what that looks like. I did grab, I have the stamps, gotta use them, right? So we're gonna pull this one out and then the veiny thing. And what we'll do is grab that vanilla mat and a scrap paper to put underneath. And we'll do this one first. It is pretty light, so I think I'm just going to stamp it right there. It's pretty light. Yeah, it definitely needs to get re-inked, which we'll do soon. Yeah, Stella is awesome. I definitely agree, Judy. Stella is a girl's best friend, is what we say. And then what we'll do is we'll swap that out and put the veins on. And then that's, so it's so nice that they're photopolymer because then now you can hover right over the top. And it adds the veins to it. So it gives it a little definition. And we're setting you off to the side. And that's it for stamping. Again, you could stamp whatever sentiment you want on the inside for this card because it could be anything that you need for fall. So set that there. All right, so now we need a little glue. And this guy also, let's just double check before I, yep, they're good. All right, so that and this, we're gonna glue these like that. This one is where we're putting it in first. So Cajun and Mossy are they're another great color combination for fall. And then that one's gonna go right down here. All right. Now we're gonna do the same concept with this one right here. We're gonna put 4 dimensionals on it, and we're only going to pick off the 3 that are not the top left corner. Oh, you know what we forgot? You guys, we forgot to we forgot to pull this off, so we gotta do a little surgery. We gotta pull the dimensional back off of there and then squish that down. All right, because that was hanging out back there. I forgot to pull that off. All right, then this is a little bit more to the right and bottom than it is to the top and the left. So something like this. And then we're going to grab a dimensional for that one, for this one, and I've got a half for that. And actually, I wasn't going to use that one. I was going to use this guy. So, I don't know if I can save that. Oh yeah, I think I maybe can. Hang on. We'll take that. And we're going to put this like that. Okay. And then hi Lori in Minnesota. It says, Charlotte was found alive. Okay. I don't know who Charlotte is. So we're going to put this Cajun like right about here, and we're gonna put the mossy one hanging out there, and then this guy, because we didn't take that dimensional back off, we can easily just sneak this in here like that. I have it hanging a little bit more of an angle up, I think. I just realized that are there 2 leaves in there? There are. I never noticed this. I knew there were 2 leaves, but one leaf faces this way and the other leaf faces the other way. So when you look at this, that leaf faces up and this leaf faces the other way. Ha! Good call. I didn't realize they did that. Okay, so we're going to have this one then go like that. And then don't forget, hi, little boy, big boy, what are you going to do? I feel like you want us to come up and say hi to everybody, don't you? And then this, you guys, don't forget to go back here and grab that out of there. What do you want? You want to come up here? Come on. You look so sleepy, buddy. You want to say hi to people or no? All right. So there's that card, you guys. And what you can do... Hi, Jennifer Jones. All right, we've got speckled dots, a tan and a brown and a tan and a green. So we put 5 of them on this one. All right, so there's that one. We got another card done. Perfect. So one more look at that one so you guys can see how pretty that is. So pretty. Okay. All right, let's keep her moving. Keep her moving. All right, we're on to the Moody Mauve one. So let's grab, that's the one with the white envelope. That I do know. No, you want to? Okay. You guys, Tigger is a little being bashful. Hi, Sandy, is you doing? It's like they were still looking for her. So did you hear anything about a gal named Charlotte that was missing? No? Okay. All right. So I'm glad that she was found. I guess I didn't, you guys, I haven't been on the news at all weekend. So I didn't know. And I asked Kristen, she didn't know either. So I'm glad she's found. Very nice. That's good. That's very, very good. All right, you guys, this is a vertical card now. The other ones were horizontal. So you have your card base. This is going to be here. And then you're going to need a piece like this. Oh, here's the thing we can do. We're going to prep this. This is what Rose Coleman has taught me via Emily Buska. So you put a little bit of the liquid glue on the back of this. And if you give it a few moments to dry, it doesn't smear all over. So we're going to just get that set up and set it right there for the moment. Then you guys, this is for your sentiment. I know it's really long, but it's a scrap. This is your luster paper. So it's got a luster to it, if you see that. And all you're going to do, you guys, I broke a nail yesterday. I don't know if you can see, like I got home and it was cracked down here. So I had to trim it off. Normally I use this finger for doing that. So, cause it has a really good nail, and it's still there. So I think I'm still going to use it. Thanks, Sandy. So we're just going to take, I started it with that finger. I'm just going to, and you could use your index finger too, whatever. And you're just gonna rip it. And what's really cool about this is it gives it that white look. And you're just gonna go back and forth and rip off the edge. Now that got a little bit big on the bottom. I don't want it that big, so we're just gonna rip that off. I tried to stay relatively straight. You don't have to, like you can see here it goes in and out. That's okay. But basically I wanted to see that little white border. So that'll go here. And then this will go here. And now you guys, I noticed here that you have this extra leaf that I gave you. Everybody but one got the extra leaf. I don't know who the one person is, but one person I know because we got to the end and we were short one. I'm like, well, it's not really part of any card anyways. So you could save that and put this in with this card if you wanted to. All right, so we then have this. If you want to use that somewhere else, you could. Otherwise, it could get thrown away. You have a copper and a white for the inside here. And then what you're going to do, that you gave that a second to dry, this distressed gold will go right on this copper leaf, like that. Perfect. Okay, so that's ready then. We do need to do a little stamping. It has a harvest of blessings. Now that is from Pick of the Patch. So let me go grab that. I don't know if I grabbed that. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. So this was a great fall set to kind of complement with this. And it was nice because it fit on this sentiment strip good. So we have a harvest of blessings. And then we're going to pull that out too because we'll use your Pick of the Patch on a future card. And we're done with this. And I don't know, I think I have that side strip. So why don't we go ahead and pick that out. Pick that, done. All right. And so then we're using some espresso ink for this one. Thank you. It is really pretty. These leaves, the die cuts are so awesome. All right, so then we have the Pick of the Patch, a harvest of blessings. We're gonna put that over here. Perfect. And then that's it for ink for the moment on these. All right. Then what I did is grab my paper scissors. I just took and bannered this like at an angle like that. That's all that is. And then we're going to just trim this right here for now. We don't need the rest. And what we can do is get a little bit of gluing done. So we have this strip. Now, I didn't cut this one down all the way. So it's super long. So that I don't accidentally put glue everywhere, I'm actually going to just take and put a little line of glue like that right on my white piece. And then I want that leaf. We're gonna just set that right like this. She was abducted from a state park in New York. So glad she was found alive. What a relief for her and her family. I definitely second that, Deanne. Wow. Kind of, yeah. Chris said that she did hear that. What a tragedy. Like, oh my gosh, that could have been so horrible. Like, I mean, just what she even had to go through just being abducted. Ugh, it's not good. You guys, this one's going to get some glue. And what we're going to do is I'm going to glue this DSP down. So these two things first. So this one and that. And this gets set. Let's see, I'm gonna go like that, I think. That kind of nestles right in here. Like that. And then this one is going to go on our copper piece here. Like that. And then this is gonna get glued on the inside of the card. So then this one goes right here. Copper and Moody Mauve. A nice combination as well. All right, so let's get this right. So because there's like a little bit of guessing game of where this needs to go, I kind of do things sometimes backwards. So I'm trying to think, so not to do it backwards for you guys. I think what I'm going to do is grab my tear and tape and I'm going to flip this over And we're gonna put tear and tape down the length of the DSP here. And I'll put, oh, I did that. Oh yeah, that's how I'm thinking. Hang on, you guys, I was thinking of something and then I switched my mind and then I decided to go back and now I'm, okay, so a little tear and tape there. So now all we have to do is, you want a little bit of that luster paper kind of showing. So we're just going to guess something like that. Looks good to me. All right, now we can glue. If you wanted to, you could like dimensionalize this side so you have a little height there, but I think I'm just going to do mine flat. So we're just going to put a little bit of glue like this. And now this goes all the way to the left and all the way to the top and all the way to the bottom. Perfect. So that's flush there. And we need to cut a little bit off the bottom here. Perfect. Then our little bit of tear and tape. Oh, I just realized what I did. Ha 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 ha. Okay, you guys want to? I needed. That's good that we did this. Hi, Jeanette Sweeter. Thank you so much. Okay, little trickery here, you guys. So this is the card that's left, and if I didn't, so I didn't realize that I didn't remember that we did this until right now, but we were really strategic with our ribbon. So this ribbon is cut at 6 inches. So let's grab 6 inches more or less here. And what we did, I'll be honest with you, is we cut it in half. We cut it right up the middle here. Just like that. And we used this piece over here, and we used this piece on the next card. Ha ha ha. Right? I'm so happy I remembered that, you guys. I almost forgot about that. So then on top of it, we need 6 inches of the copper ribbon. So I need to make sure I update that in the instructions so that you guys know to cut it in half lengthwise. And so we're going to need, again, 6 pieces of tear and tape because we're going to be doubling up. So we're just going to get a few here, 4, 5, 6. And what we're going to do is put this is kind of in the middle on the back here. And we're going to put you want the factory edge out, and then the raw cut edge, we're going to be covering up with the copper. So kind of not quite center, but it's going to be something like this. That goes back there. And then this one goes right about here. Yeah, you don't have to worry about cutting it straight though, because we're going to be covering up the factory edge on this one. And then the other one doesn't matter. Once you see what we're doing, you'll be like, oh, it's okay. All right, so then this can get picked off. And then we've got the copper edge. The copper is now going to cover up where you cut. And so try to have as much exposed natural as you can so you're not covering it up. But get that raw edge covered up. Just like that. And then tear and tape over all of it. Just like that. And then we've got some more liquid glue. Like that. And check that. And then this is going to go here. Like that. Hi, Marcia Long. All right, then this leaf is ready to have a few dimensionals put on it. Like that. And our Harvest of Blessings will also have a dimensional on that end. And I'll do like right about here, I think. And so there's nothing there. This kind of gets slipped underneath. Yeah, I'm gonna guess right about here. And it goes to just over where the pink is, the Moody Mauve. I'm not gonna press down hard. And then this kind of like nestles over the top of it. And you don't wanna be off the edge of your card over here. So just be careful that you come to the edge here And then we've got the tail coming down here, and this is set, and now that's all good. So isn't that cool? Like that's, oh, now wait, do we have this guy? The copper ribbon is so pretty. If you wanted to find a spot for him, you can. I don't know. I might just leave it off. And then, you know, he could have been down here too. Like if I want to put him in, like coming, I don't know. I was thinking, oh yeah, that could work. You could have him coming out. I don't know. If you want to put the copper little leaf in here, you know what? You know where it could go? I would put it on. This is just this extra leaf, you guys, not, but everybody but one person has it. I don't know who that one person is, but we couldn't find the very last one. But yeah, there you go. I'm gluing it on the inside of this card. All right. Oh, Jay said that the cats are looking for my cats. Yes, a great way to get a lot of mileage out of the ribbon. Yes, definitely cut it in half. And now you've got that card and you've got the other half for the other card. And then for the dots, you guys, we've got a brown one, 2 mauve ones, a tan one, and then a pink one. So again, a total of 5 on this card. And they're kind of blend in more because they get lost in the leaves, but definitely add them because they're pretty when you get it on there. And then what you could do here is you could add a little bit of Stella to everywhere else than around that gold distress here. All right, perfect. All right, so you guys, we got 3 done. We have 3 more to go, but the last 2 are gonna be easy peasy lemon squeezy, and this one should be pretty nice too. So we've got, so just so you guys know, I even wrote myself a slip. I said, hi, me. When you get this yellow slip, don't throw it away. It has the name of the class on it with the date. So if you're ever making these cards and it's like 6 months or a year from now and you don't remember where the video is or what the name of the class is per se, if you have the date, you can always go to my calendar of events on my website, cardsbycrispy.com. And you can go toggle to October 2nd and you'll see that I put a little link in there that says you can watch this on YouTube by clicking here. And it takes you right into this exact video. And then when you're all done making your cards, that's when you guys can throw that away. Don't throw that away before it. Because if you do, you're going to be calling me and you're going to be saying, I can't find the video. Thanks, Vicky Rodriguez. Thanks, Ileana. Oh, Sherry likes it too. You guys said gorgeous. Melanie likes it. Yay. Okay, so you guys, this is our little bit of a fun fold. And again, we've already cut our DSP. You can see it right there. And it kind of props up like that. And that's what we're going to work on next. Lots of pieces on this one. So let's make sure we go ahead and burnish these. Another thing too, if you guys are not getting emails from me and you want to get emails from Cards by Christine, you just have to go to my website, cardsbycrispy.com, and underneath the picture of me in a yellow shirt, this goes like this then, there's a spot where you can add your email address and subscribe to get emails from me. So you guys always can do that if you don't get emails from me. So now this folds like this, right? And then this will get glued onto the top here, like that, right? So that's what we got. And then this piece is for your inside, and this is for your inside, all right? So we'll set those off to the side for now. And then you guys will have a vanilla little label. You'll have a mossy leaf, a curry, and a Cajun leaf. And then you have your distressed one here. So let's grab the silicone mat, which fell on the floor. And we're gonna set that off to the side and we're gonna put a little bit of glue on this. Oh, thanks, Becky. Oh, thanks. Oh, I always keep these. Good, good, good. So we have a little bit. I don't want to squeeze too hard, otherwise it might go all over the place. Just like this. Okay, so just a little bit of glue. I'm going to set that off to the side so it can get tacky on us, but we can do a little gluing. So this will get glued here, so that's good. We need to glue the back of this. So let's do this and that for now. This goes right onto the front like that. And then grab your designer paper. I think this might be my favorite pattern in all of this pack. It just looks so refreshing, like you are walking through the woods and just feeling the energy. I love it. All right, then there's this little piece of DSP, which will need to go on as well. Cover up those books, right? Looks like that goes right here. All right, then this has With a Grateful Heart, which is part of the set. So we're done. Well, I don't know if we're done, but we're going to take that off and we're going to put With a Grateful Heart. You could also put I'm Thankful, and then that could go on the outside if you want that. This one's espresso again, so let's grab that back. And we'll grab that label and ink that up. Put that right there. So we just need a little bit of copper ribbon for this. I think I put about 6, but I don't remember what I put in the tutorial. But you know what? It says right here. The little card thing is right. Here it is. 6 inches of copper. So what I basically have for the copper is a little bit like this comes out there. So that's probably 4 inches or like 3.5. And then there's a little bit that comes out there. So that's kind of what we need for the copper. And we're just gonna cut those in half-ish. So we got 3 little pieces. And we've got this ribbon from our other card. So that's good. We need to put a little leaf on the inside because we got to use some more of these stamps, you guys. I don't know. we don't really get a lot of stamping in here. We got a lot more assembly, I think. So we're going to clean these up real quick and flip out to get the leaf. And this is done. We'll go right here. And we need that leaf with the veins to go with it. And that can go there. And that there for now. And then I think we're at a point where this is kind of dry. So we're gonna grab this. Donna really, I do too, Donna. This is Tyler's favorite card out of all of them. All right, so that can go on there. So that's good. And then it's Mossy Meadow again, but our Mossy Meadow. Do you guys wanna see how to re-ink an ink pad? I feel like I'm not gonna do it justice by using this with it not being so good. So I think what we're gonna do is we will take a minute and do a side quest here, and we will re-ink the pad real quick. But I just got my label. I'm not taking off these two. I'm just only gonna leave, I'm gonna take this other one off and help me get it situated on the card front like, oh, I can't do that yet. Guys, I was so excited. Wait. I'm gonna take these 2 off. I was excited. I was buying myself time. One moment, please. Let's just re-ink this. I was getting ahead of myself. So, spoon, check. Mossy Meadow ink. Oh, that's Old Olive. Here it is, Mossy Meadow. So, you gotta have the re-inker. And what I do is I go like this and I spread the ink all over the place. And then I follow up with my spoon and spread it around. And using the spoon will help to eliminate any lines that are left. So we're just going to smoosh this all around. Yeah, the copper ribbon is beautiful. I can't deny that it is. It's pretty gorgeous ribbon. So, all right, so that's inked up again. Now let's see how much it looks better. Let's put this back over here. And we need this, and it's a vertical card. We're gonna grab this. We're gonna ink our leaf up, and I have it on, oh yeah, it's a lot darker, so that's good. So that's gonna be over here. And then is the vein in the middle. So I feel like chicken tonight, just kidding. I think it's from a commercial, but I feel like re-inking this a little bit more right through the middle. And we're going to grab the spoon back and re-ink this one more time. And then we're gonna flip that page over and we're gonna see once what it looks like now. Let's stamp off. Okay, because like much better, right? And then that's what it's gonna look like at second strength. So definitely helped to re-ink this pad. And then we're gonna put that there. And then we're gonna do the vein in the middle. Like this. Much better. That needed help over there yet. All right, so now we've got the stamping done. Hi, Nan. First time viewing, yay. Or I should say Nancy. Yes. You would know, yes, you guys. So when you buy the white ink pad, it's blank. It doesn't have any ink in it. You get a refill with it. And so the first time you get that, you have to re-ink it yourself. You definitely need to take and put the ink everywhere. And you have, with that white ink pad, you almost have to do it 2, possibly 3 times before you get that ink pad as juicy as it needs to be. Yeah, they sell the white ink pad uninked. All right, so that goes here like this. And then that's gonna get glued into the inside. All right, then we get to go back and work on our leaf label ensemble. All right, so that's good. All right, we need the tear and tape, you guys. Right there. We're gonna put a few of these hanging out over here, and we're going to put these at the top and the bottom. And we're gonna put this copper leaf down first. So the copper one is coming out above the width. I'd say something like that. And then we've got this one. And I fortunately can do this actually. So you guys, that's the benefit of having a sample, right? You could put that right over the top of it and then set this in it, right? Then I can take this one and put that right in it. Cool. And then I can take this one. Oh, see the same thing we just noticed here, that leaf? It's got one going one way and one going the other way. So we're gonna still go with it. And there. All right, so then we're gonna take the tear and tape and attach these pieces right to the back of this. So we basically added our 3 labels over here. Then we need a little more tear and tape because our ribbon is gonna need some help, big time. So we're gonna take, I don't know, I think 3, just for good measure here. Now, this ribbon, we have a loop, so we're gonna catch it here, make our loop. Oh, and where do I want the factory edge and the raw edge? I think like that. So make a loop and then bring the tail out. And see, this is where it doesn't matter that if you cut it straight or not. And we're gonna cut this at an angle like that. We're gonna catch this back here with tear and tape. Good. And now this one, we have a loop and then the tail is coming out over here. So let's just play with this a little bit. We're gonna put a loop and a tail. You don't have a lot left, so let's just see how this is gonna work. I'm gonna actually have it come out here more, and then I'm gonna save a little room here for that copper ribbon. And now this goes down. I am gonna pick these up. Thanks for subscribing, Nancy, and giving me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Yes, you're gonna have to rewind and watch the whole card from the beginning, the whole class actually. Now, one of these guys is gonna sneak down right here in the middle. All right, so we're just gonna set that right about there. And then we've got, let's say the longer one is gonna come up and hang out up here. And then we've got this one can hang out back over here. And we'll trim those ends in a second. But we also need to cover these up, otherwise they might come apart later in life, and we don't want that. And so that, you guys, I call this the ensemble in the PDF tutorial. That's called my ribbon label leaf ensemble. So you guys, just so you know, if you're watching this and you want these card kits, you can still get them, but you'd have to wait for the ribbon to come back in stock before I can mail it. And I have about 3 or 4 left, I think. All right, so I added one more dimensional here, and I'm gonna add this other dimensional back over here. I think what I'm gonna do is add a dimensional back there, one behind up in here, and I think I'll put one right there. So the card kits, when the ribbon comes back in stock, you'd get the 2 rolls of ribbon. You get the speckled dots like this, a quarter pack of the DSP, and then the 4 card kits. And then the tutorial contains actually 6 tutorials, or it's 6 PDF, like 6 card instructions, because we're gonna make 2 more cards yet right after this. All right, so this needs to get set on here, something like that. And then now we need to trim. So we're gonna trim, I think we're gonna trim this guy this way. We'll trim this one that way. And this guy needs to be a hair shorter so he's not hanging off the bottom of the card, and then this one too. There. That looks nice, very nice. And then these are all nice and secure. The gems, you guys, there's a tan and a green and then a brown one. That's what we got on here. The other thing you can do, we're gonna trim this just a hair more, like a hair, that was really just a hair. And the other thing you can do, I like to make it look a little frayed, right? So you could take and use your scissors or pick tool and fray that just a little bit like that. It just makes it look more worn and rugged. All right. What else? Stella. Thanks, Cindy. You could Stella your leaves up. You could definitely, my Stella's getting a little dry. I gotta add more rubbing alcohol. But you could Stella definitely this whole background with and make that glistening. I'm out of Stella. I need to get a little added to this Stella pen. You just take rubbing alcohol and add it. But I'll go back and do that. But so pretty with that. And then that opens like that. And then that one, you guys, this one can sit on your desk or space, wherever you're gonna put it, and you get to see the whole thing. Like, it doesn't cover up any of it, but yet when you get the card, you see the top part is so cool, and you're like, oh man, there's more, it's so pretty. So fun. All right, that's that one. Love Stella too, Nancy. All right, so that's our 4th card. So officially, for those that took the class with me, that's what you have kits for, are these 4 cards. It was this one, that one, and then that, right? So that's what you have kits for. So not to confuse anybody that took the class with me. Now what happened though is Diane and I just had so much fun designing that we couldn't stop. You had some pieces of paper left. And so what we did is we included these in the tutorial. So what you would need to do if you want to add these, because you have these extra 4 pieces of paper and we've already cut them. We just cut them, but just right when class started. You would need extra on your own. Oh, we'll do this one last because I need a different, unless Chris wants to cut me a label really quick. The label's in my hand. And I just need this vanilla. The machine is probably out somewhere. Here's the die. It's underneath probably. Here is, no, not gonna do it. This guy. Perfect. Thank you. So I pulled in You're the Pick of the Patch because we have a great collection of pumpkins. This is Tyler's favorite pumpkin right there, the blue one, the Cinderella one. And so you would add in, check your pulse, I love it, Nancy. So this is basic black, and it's 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4, right? And then just burnish your edge. All right, so that's your base. All about the base, no trouble. You have a vanilla for your inside and a Cajun. So it's just 5 1/4 by 4, and 2 of them. The outside one is embossed with the time-worn type. And then what we did earlier is we cut some strips of the black DSP. All right, so we got those 2, and then this one goes on the inside, and this one's for the outside. All right, so we need Memento for our ink, so that's that. And let's clean this really quick. So we have this guy all doity, and we have this one doity, and our block even got it. So thank you, Miss Deanna White. I appreciate it. Dang, she handed it to me like that. Thank you. All right. So let's put these back so we don't lose them. You guys, if your stamps start to lose their stickiness, like that's not really sticking, it's droidy. Just take it underneath your tap water and rinse it off and let it air dry, and it will definitely get sticky again. That's what's so super cool about these photopolymers. You can help clean them and get them sticky again. So we want here, you're the pick of the patch with Memento. Whoa. There's that. So you guys, we have our 2 bonus cards to do yet. Just so you know, we're almost done with class. I know we're dominoes here. Usually, if you guys are new to me and you haven't really watched, I try to keep class to about 2 hours, right? Because that gets to be long for me and you. But for you guys watching at home, you can always just stop and start the replay whenever you want. But I like to keep a class around 2. But now these are the bonus cards, so these would be extra in case you're at home, you want to like cut your own card stock. You definitely can. That's it. You're the pick of the patch. What I've got back here now is we're very frugal with the ribbon. We have here the copper. Oh, Nancy's from Lake Erie in Canada. I love it. Okay, so we're gonna just kind of guess. We're doing this. This is just weaving back and forth. So we're just gonna cut about this much. I think it was probably 6 inches. I'm gonna cut it at 6 because I think that's what we put in the tutorial. And then the natural ribbon, you guys, we actually just cut a little section like this. And that was about like a little over 2 inches. All right. So a little tear-in tape, always covering up my tear-in tape. This is really easy. We're just gonna put a little tear-in tape. Oh, Cindy Runtree, you are the bomb dizzle. I'm gonna write down, I'm gonna write that down. You said look at my littlest note ever, that Melody Miller was interested in this IPS. I will save that note right there. Okay, good. Melody, also, if you want to confirm and just send me a note via text or email, that would be awesome. So we're just gonna put this one going this way. Oop, and then it didn't stick. So we've got underneath the E and the T and angled slightly. Bring it down, make a loopy loop. Bring it up, and then you're gonna make another loopy loop. So it's just weaving it back and forth. Perfect. You can still finagle it if you need to. And then what we're gonna do is rip off another piece for later and one for now. One was on, and that's where this is going to pick that up. And then we have one more now over the back of this. Perfect. Okay. Let's put a couple dimensionals on the sides like that. So that label goes right through the middle. This, I am not going to use liquid glue with it. Melody and Cindy, thank you so much for helping me keep that straight. I didn't see that comment. You guys, sometimes when comments come through, I do watch them here, like on my phone, but sometimes they fly through so fast that they go off the screen before I can catch it. So I got the tear-in tape, and I want to see about 3/16 of an inch, maybe like this. All right, that's all I did. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side now. Oh yes, Lynn, you're amazing. Welcoming Nancy to the group. We have an awesome community, you guys. We watch each other's backs and we comment and help answer questions and help answer as much as we can and give positivity to each other. And then this one goes right here, like that. Perfect. Okay. Now what you could do is flip this over and we're gonna add some dimensionals. We're gonna go probably 6 and then 2 there and there. So 8 total. We're gonna flip these onto the side and we're gonna do, there's a top and a bottom to this. So I think it goes like that. And I'm gonna make sure that it's centered here, really good. flush at the top. Something like that. Perfect. Now, this is your opportunity to take your scissors if you need to trim anything, but it looked pretty good. Now this gets liquid glue. So that gets glue. Our little side strip here gets glue. And let's leave him there. And then this goes right on here now. Perfect. Now this thing though, I do need to trim off a hair. And I noticed that I put glue coming out the edge here. So we're gonna be very careful because that's sticking to my scissors. We're gonna put that right in the garbage. And then our card base is here. So let's get this on. I want my Cinderella pumpkin down here. Cajun with black also works very nicely. So there's that. Then this goes right, I'm covering up that little leaf, but that's okay. And before I cover it up or glue it down, I'm going to cut it a little bit at an angle, I think. Just like that. And then this one too, just slightly at an angle. Okay. Then that goes right here. I do like the idea of fraying the edges, so I'm going to pull this off a little bit and pull this down a little bit. And you're stuck with this hanging here. So just take and trim that off. A little hairy mess here. All right, and then let's grab all those and just snip them off. This is what would get stuck to the cat's belly if it jumps up here now. All right, and then we have these two inside pieces. So we're gonna glue, glue, open. So put this guy down first. All right, and then this one, I have the black. Thanks, Lisa. Nice pick of the patch. And then we're not done because I never trimmed off these. So this needs a little bit of angling. And then that one down here needs a little too. Like this. The colors, yes, are so pretty. And I think I want to make that a little short. Do you see what I did as I just pulled it a little bit? Because I wanted to make it a little bit shorter. And then now I can trim this one more time. There. The cat is the only one that makes an appearance. Sometimes I have others here, like I have Chris here, and she's made an appearance a time or two, you guys. This one, the cats were here earlier too. I have no idea where they are, but we've got a green one. They're sleeping over there. A green one, a brown one, and a tan one. That's what we put on this one. And you guys, the DSP is all fair game for Stella-ing. And I know I mentioned I don't have a lot of Stella in here, but like you could definitely go around and Stella up your pumpkins. There we go. So that was your bonus tutorial. Like that's an extra in your card. Like it's not a card kit, but you guys add a few pieces of cardstock and that one's a really easy one to create. And the same thing happens with this last one right here. It's another easy layout to use some of that paper. Thanks, Sherry. We have here now, Mary Lemke, don't cry. But I'm going to just cover this right up. We're not going to cut anything out, but you definitely can if you want. And this one, it says, with a grateful heart. Same concept with the ribbon, all right? So let's do a little bone folding here. So it's just a espresso, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Keep it horizontal. What we're going to do is put the glue along the bottom. And then glue that one. And then I think it's the brown. Yep, it's the copper here in the middle. I'm just gonna put that here. Like that. And now I can just use, I'm afraid to use my ribbon scissors on paper. So we're just gonna trim that off. And then this piece can go right in here. Perfect. And then this goes on the inside. Super easy. Wait, there's more, yes. Oh, hang on, what's going on here? I think my card base is too big. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's too big. So, I'm just gonna pull this out and cut this really quick at 5.5. Yep, oh yeah. We'll wiggle that over a hair. There we go. We're back on track. All right, so there's that. Now, these two get glued. It's okay, Mary. We'll just cover it up. All right, so then these are for your outside. This would make a really pretty wedding card too if you have somebody here getting married in the fall. Be a very elegant looking, any of these cards would be very elegant wedding cards. This just gets put here. I know, cringing, right? Covering all that up. I'm sorry, guys. I know. So if you're at home, definitely cut it something out of the middle. And so we're going to do this ribbon. It's about 2.5 inches, I'm going to guess. So we have all of this ribbon left over. I like to take a piece of Scotch tape, tab it, and then put that right over the top. And then this one, you go back and forth like that. My guess is 6.25 inches or 6 inches. 6 inches, yep, 6 inches. Perfect. That's what I would do for that. Again, you guys will have leftover ribbon. Wind it up. Go off the edge. Take your tape, tab it. There you go. All right. I would definitely cut a rectangle out of the mat. I know you guys, a lot of you would, and I would normally have done it too, and I did it for my sample just to show you. You definitely could cut a big one of those countryside dies out of the middle. You could. I wasn't gonna take the moment to do it because of the wonderful things he does. This one says with a grateful heart. So I think we're done with the blessings here. Oh, I don't know if I cleaned that. I'd ask you guys, but by the time you got back to me, I'd probably just have it done. All right, so we're gonna do with a grateful heart, this guy on there. Put this one back. And this one is also in espresso. And ink that up. And we're gonna do the same concept with this ribbon. We're going to start with our copper. Haha, you guys are all on the same page. And I know Mary Lemke is going to give me a good slapping on my wrist and says, you should be teaching people to, or showing people without cutting that inside out. But that's okay, you guys. We talked about it. All right. Tear and tape. So let's start with, I think we're going to need one through the middle, one to cover up, and one to cover up. So we're going to take this one through the middle, and we're going to weave the copper. It's like over the L, or under the L and the H, something like this. And bring it back. I kind of have it a little slightly angled. Bring it back like that. Make a small little loop. Oh, you're very welcome, Kim. I'm so glad that you're having fun with this class. Yay. That makes me happy to hear. All right. Could have had a little bit less there, but that's okay. And when I'm looking at this, I want this to come over, or this one to come this way. Something like that's better for me. And I'll bring it up just one hairball here. There. Okay, then cover that up and drop that down. Kind of find the center of your brown ribbon, and we'll tear and tape over the top of that. grab a dimensional for the right and one for the left. Tear and tape is my best friend. Yes, you're so right. More of my friend than Stella, I think. I mean, Stella's amazing, but I definitely get my fair share of tear and tape in the class, you guys. I guess if you guys have watched me for a time or two, I bet you can second that I use a lot of tear and tape. I'd rather use tear and tape, more tear and tape, and less ribbon, I think. So we're going to cut these guys slightly at an angle. Is a game changer. Your use of tear and tape. Yay! See? I love tear and tape. I like it better than like double-sided tape. Definitely would rather buy it from myself, the tear and tape, than buy double-sided tape. That guy's kind of hanging off really weird to me, so I'm going to just try to finagle him back over to the wild side over on this side. Right, maybe something like that. All right, now we changed it up slightly. So my path, you guys can see, is a little bit more to the left. And now when I put this down, I don't cover, it's just like the path is like, it's over to the left. I like that a little bit better. So like that. All right, now I'm going to take, I'm going to fray these because I like that look. If you don't like that look, don't do it. Can't wait to make yours tomorrow night. Yay, Annette. All right, then that gets snipped off. And then now you're going to be a pro for tomorrow night, Annette. You're going to be able to help Diane teach the class. All right, so I've got this kind of just hanging. Looks like, reminds me of a beak on a bird. Not a beak, the top comb thing on a bird. Hi, baby. You're my big boys here, you guys. This is Bigger Tigger. All you're seeing is his butt ready pretty much right now, but he wanted to come say hi, make his appearance known. Here, let's go back here, buddy. You can share my chair with me, little man. No, you don't want to? Okay. Where are you going to go? Up here? All right, you guys, he just wanted to say hi for a quick second. So we've got a tan, and then a brown, and then if you want to add more, you definitely could. But I didn't want to cover up too much of the path, and then too much of the trees. And then the other thing, too, with this, definitely grab that Stella pen and decorate some of that. Like, you could add that little glistening over all of that. But yeah, and I'm still trying to finagle this over more there. And then this one over there more. That's what we got. Easy, you guys. The designer paper for this suite just is amazing. It's just so pretty, so versatile, and it should be coming back in stock, you guys, around October 9th. Like, that's what I saw in our inventory status report. Susan says, hi, Tigger. And he's already on the other side, you guys, over on the other windowsill. Oh, Vicky says hi, too. Oh, Angelique says hi, Tigger. All right. Or there you are. I won't be able to sleep tonight. Oh, man. I know we need sleep, right? Sleeping keeps us so that we're active for the next day for stamping more. All right, so let's get these guys all put back. And I'm going to bring in the cards, you guys. We're done with this. And we are done with this and this. So let's get these cleaned up. And I will bring in all the cards. And you guys can tell me. Now, again, just a reminder, for those that are taking the class with me, you did not get the card bases or envelopes or labels for these 2 cards, right? But you have the other 4 cards. But these are in your tutorial. And you guys, another note that the tutorial will be updated tonight or by tomorrow morning with any changes we have to make with it. I know for certain that piece, I have that wrong measurement in there. And we're going to be updating that. But these are the 6 cards that we did tonight for class. Oh, you're very welcome, Cindy. They are so pretty. I am lightning fast, aren't I? We made all 6 of these cards. And we really didn't start probably until 6:30, you guys. So we did good. I do love this one. I think I like this one the best, especially when you open this up and that you can see that whole, the sunshine coming through the trees. Melody, I did get you signed up here. I'll get you signed up. I know we added, oh, I don't know, off the top of my head. I think we might have like 1 or 2 kits left. And just a note too, that if you don't want the ribbon or need the ribbon, I could get them out next week. Oh, Deb Norman, that we can get that out next week. And otherwise, if you guys are good, we'll wait for the ribbon to come in, and then you'll get that ribbon combo pack as part of your kit. Yay. Replay is a girl's. Okay. Yeah. So that is a good point, you guys. If you're new to watching me and you get kits from me, you are not expected to keep up with me. And that's what everybody says, that they're like, I can't keep up with you. You shouldn't have to keep up with me. That is what Debbie just said. The replay is there. And once I hit the end button for this, you guys can go back and watch this at any point that you want and start it, stop it, pause it, whatever you need to do. Most of the time what people do when they start watching me and getting card kits from me is they actually work on other things while they watch they watch and they listen how to make the card, so that like as soon as the live is done, if they need to refer back to anything, they can. You always get a PDF tutorial with any online class I do, and I generally email it out in general about 3 days beforehand, right? The escape that I did last week has gotten me, it's actually been 2 weeks now since, and I've not gotten caught up yet. It's like I'm still kind of like struggling to get out of the water from being underneath it. And so in the near future, I will be getting caught up so that like the tutorials will be back on track, where if we have a Thursday night class, I email them usually on Monday. If we have a Monday class, I usually email them by Friday. So I just little like all the tutorials for the month of September and this first October class have been a little bit crazy with getting them late to you guys. So it's very nice to meet you too as well, Nancy. It's very, very awesome to have new people come into our community. So tutorial will be in my online store. If anybody doesn't want to get the kits from me, but still would like the tutorial, I have a whole section in my online store, you guys. It's crazy how many tutorials are out there at this point. Hi, Shirley Vanderbloomer. I didn't know you were watching, but I'm happy you're here. If you go to cardsbychrisb.com, you guys, that yellow shirt that I'm talking about, it's here. And underneath it is always where I have my current host code. If you ever want to place an order to get online card classes from me for free, it's always a minimum order of $45 using my host code. Now, this is not a class you get free with an order. This is a product-based class, and it has a set fee to it. But just know anytime you place orders with me, you can get some. I have a lot of other card classes that I offer for free. And then this is where you can sign up for emails. But if you go to the little hamburger up there and you go to shop, and it's online classes and tutorials right there. When you click on that, that is where my very first one I added here was Country Home from like 3 or 4 years ago. And then Good Morning Magnolia, Sailing Home. I didn't used to have the collages put at the top, but at some point around here, which was somewhere 2 years ago, I think, when we had the ice cream corner class, we started putting the collage of the cards so you could start to see like glimpses of what they look like. So like Art Floral, Hydrangea Hill. So you go all the way down to the bottom. Like, do you see how many there are here? Oodles of them. You get down to the bottom, and I added the 2 DSP samplers for this year, you guys. So if you want to get the DSP sampler reference tool, you can. But like Bag of Bones from last week is here, or Them Bones, and like Inked Botanicals. So you guys, all the tutorials are always out there. If I do it as an online class with a tutorial, I put that out there, except for my monthly and my Let's Just Stamp classes. The tutorials are still available. I just don't put them in that online store because that would be double the amount of tutorials in there. So the 3 card classes I don't put in there, but I do put the 4 card classes in there. So it's ink, paper, scissors, then the sweet classes, and any ad hoc classes I do. So, whew, Lynn Beasley, you're very welcome. I'm glad you had a fun stamping night. Yay. I just take time cutting the DSP in ribbon pieces and try pre-gluing down papers and watch. There you go. Yeah. So, and my lyrical interjections, yes. I try to make it fun for you guys. I try to make you laugh and bring some happiness to your night or your day. And then also to make you forget about the wearies and the woes of what's going on in the world, right? So, all right. So we finished that off, you guys. I don't have any cards to give away today. I need to get pulling some names for some past classes so that we can give away cards again. I just know that the 6 cards we made tonight are always going to be won by somebody once we get around to it. I think we were all the way caught up to July with giving out the cards from classes. And so we got caught up big time, but I need to work with Krista to get some more names pulled. We'll do that in the near future. I know it is the first live of the month, and so I did not have a moment today to pull together the monthly creative challenge names, the class card challenge names, the top fans, or the other drawing that we do. I'm planning to do that for Thursday night, you guys. Thursday night, we have the catalog launch party cards, which are the fun folds. I have none left. We're making 96, and I believe all 96 are accounted for. So we're doing that class live in person here in the Hive, Wednesday morning at 10 and Wednesday night at 6. And then we have it online with you guys on Thursday night. I do not have the tutorial written for anybody that is wondering. It's still up here. And then translucent florals, you guys, is Friday at 1 p.m. Via online. And Diane's doing it on Tuesday night in person. And again, that tutorial is up here at the moment, you guys. Some of you are starting to get your card kits already. Just know, like, I'm going to put it on my radar to try to write it tomorrow or Wednesday and then have it out to you soon. So, yay, Nancy had a great 15 minutes. Awesome. We'll go back and watch the replay so you can see the first part of the class. I hope you do. All right. Thursday, we're going to be here at 6 p.m. Central starting. And Friday, you guys, we're at 1 p.m. Central. So we have 2 more online card classes for you. I believe I have some translucent florals left. I don't have them in the radar of like just showing to you really quick. But if you go to my calendar of events on Friday at 1 p.m., you guys can see glimpses of the cards. I had a few card kits left, if I'm not mistaken. Translucent florals is free with a $45 order. And Fun Folds is not available unless you've already signed up for it. You're already on my list. So yay, it's done tonight so you can catch the beginning when then you can call you guys can always catch the replays whenever you have time. All right. I always say, what did I forget? Because I always look around and say, what did I forget? So happy Monday to you guys. I hope you enjoyed this class. This was officially the September ink, paper, scissors class. We actually have garden walk. I can show you what we have for garden walk right here. So ink, paper, scissors for the month of October actually features garden walk, and we have kits left, you guys. I think we have about 15 of this class. It comes with the roll of ribbon. It comes with the blooming pearls, so it's the braided coral, the braided trim coral, and then the blooming pearls. You get a quarter pack of the DSP. This is my favorite sheet in there with the flowers. And then everything that is die cut for you, unless it's a focal image, but none of these really have focal images. Anything that's punched is already punched for you, and it's done. Karen, I have it back from Karen Wetstein. She helped me out already. Everything embossed is already back, so we're going to be kitting these up for you guys next week already. That is on the radar for next week. So very cool. So these are what you would get. Class is $32. If you need it mailed to you, it's $39. And yes, you guys, I started off my whole live with telling you I'm a little backed up on emails. Since Thursday night, we've kitted, basically Thursday we kitted a class. On Friday we designed a class and we had a class. And Saturday was busy. Sunday I had took some time for myself, you guys, and then today we kitted up 2 classes. And it's hard to kit up and design at the same time as answering emails. So just so you know, I will be, if you have messaged me, if you've emailed me, if you've Facebook messaged me, I've seen it, I haven't responded to it, and I haven't documented it, but I plan to do that in the next 24 hours. So just be a little more patient and then give me a chance, because if you start to email me or text me or message me again, then I feel obligated to respond 2 times to you, which takes up more time. And Donna, that is correct. We kitted up monthly and Let's Just Stamp today. And our plan is, there was a few of you that I held back on your translucent florals, maybe like 10 of you. They're still sitting here, so that is correct, Donna, it is here. I'm gonna mail your, what I was hopeful of doing was getting your Fun Folds kitted up tomorrow, and I was gonna mail you 4 classes in 1 package is what I was going for. So for some of you who haven't gotten translucent florals, don't fret, it's gonna be in the mail. Class isn't until Friday, so I'm hoping that if we get them in the mail by tomorrow, that you still have it by Friday. And that, on top of it, you have your Fun Folds right away, and monthly, and Let's Just Stamp. So we're working feverishly hard to get everything out the door, you guys. So it's a lot. That's a lot of kidding, isn't it, Chris?
Yes.
Oh, when people help me for the, like Chris has been helping me for a while, and Annette has helped me a couple of times now, but Annette made the comment while she was helping me. She's like, if people only knew what went into all the work behind the scenes with kidding classes. Oh, yes, patience is a virtue. And Donna, I saw you saw it. Okay, so yes, there's a lot that goes behind the scenes, and you guys, we didn't back off with the escape. We kept everything going nonstop with every card class, and then the benefit on top of it, the retro spot party on top of it, and we have a Fun Folds, which is always crazy, and then we just full steam ahead. And so yeah, so we're a little backed up at the we're in a pipe and we got a little backage, but not so much that it's not moving, right? We still have flow, right? But it's still flowing, and it's still flowing pretty pretty fast, but not like the super speed like it has in the past. So yes, you guys are still waiting on some of you got your translucent florals because they got mailed with your ink paper scissors, but some got ink paper scissors with the first 2 classes in September. So I have a little method to my madness, and so that's all I got to say. So just hang in there, you guys. We got it all. It's all gonna come out of the pipe soon. So, and then I'll be like, like that coming out. So awesome, you guys. I had a great time with you. I know it went a little bit longer than normal, but we did make 6 cards and we had a lot to talk about. So, all right, you guys, I'm gonna sign off with lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs to you guys. We'll see you on Thursday for sure for the Fun Folds class at 6 p.m. Central. Whew, you guys, wish us luck over the next 3 days. We have about 364 cards to make and 96 times 4 to kit up, and then more, and then two tutorials to write, and more. So watering the plants in between and getting some sleep as well. So, oh yes, you guys, you guys are the most amazing community of people, and never feel bad asking me for stuff too. Like I know Mary Carl said, sorry to bother you, or people say that. It's like never a bother, and I always I need the little helps of reinforcement of, oh yeah, a tutorial to write. I like to write as much stuff as I can down, but I lost my little notebook. I didn't lose it. It was on the dashboard of my car because when Tyler and I went somewhere on Tuesday night, we went for dinner on Tuesday night. I set it up there because I always like to write notes. And I put it on my dash and I lost it for 2 days because I didn't take it out of my car. And so I was working off of up here, and that always doesn't work so good. So, but yes. All right, you guys, lots of love. I said this already, but lots of sunshine, big love, hugs to you guys. Love you long time, to especially Jeannie Parker. And I thank you guys for being part of this Stampin' journey with me. We'll talk to you and see you on Thursday. Big hugs, you guys. I'm going to count to 10 just in case it ends early. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.